my name's Sue Yanes. Thank you so much for joining me today for a Pilates workout. It's a beginner's workout today, so almost like session one if you've never done Pilates before. There will be challenges towards the end of the class, but also as the weeks go on, as we spend some time together, the challenge will increase. So just come along with me for the journey. The only thing you're going to need today is a mat, or even just a carpet if you don't have a mat, and I've just grabbed a cushion from my couch. You don't necessarily need to use this, it's just an extra little tool that might help you throughout the class. So I'm just going to start off sitting on it, and sit with your legs crossed. If this crossed legs isn't comfortable, have them straight out. You can even stand if that's better for you for the moment. But I'm going to be here. I'm going to sit with the best possible posture that I possibly can. So I feel like I'm a little puppet, and there's a piece of string attached to the crown of my head pulling me towards the ceiling, but my shoulders want to feel relaxed on the top. So we're going to put our hands at the side of our ribs here, okay? So you're going to close your eyes for me if you like. You don't have to, but I want you to start to center yourself and just try and tune out everything else that's going on around you and bring your focus into the center of your body. So we're going to start to breathe in through your nose, and we breathe out through your mouth. Just a bit like you're blowing out a candle. And we're just going to keep repeating that. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. So as we breathe, you'll notice that as I breathe in, I'm not letting my shoulders rise. I'm trying to keep my shoulders as quiet as they can, but I'm feeling like the ribs move sideways. I always say to my clients, think of your rib cage like an accordion, how it swings out to the side and then it comes back in. So we're just going to repeat that a couple of times, and just use your hands to feel what your ribs are doing, and to let your shoulders release, to let your neck relax. Hold your spine nice and still. And we want the breath to last a little bit longer than a normal sized breath, especially at the moment with all the stress that's going on. We can tend to breathe a little bit shallow and into our chest. So this is why we want to facilitate the ribs movement to release any unwanted tension. So we'll do that 2 more times. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. So we're going to keep that going, and I want you to put your hands on your tummy. So I want one hand on the lower belly, just above your pubic bone, and the other hand on your belly button. So continue with the breathing just like you've done, breathing in. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine you're wearing a really tight pair of high-waisted skinny jeans and you're doing up the zip. So as you breathe out through your mouth, you're pulling your tummy as flat as you can. As you breathe in, don't let the top button pop open. So you've got to keep those jeans zipped right up. And every time you breathe out, do the zip up. So from the pubic bone, the lower abs are pulling in flatter, the belly button's pulling in flatter, your whole waist is going, sucking in nice and flat. Breathing in. So you're going to keep repeating that 4 more times. So what you're doing is, as you're breathing out and pulling your stomach flat, you're activating your deep abdominals. That's the muscles we focus on in Pilates. They're the ones that hold your stomach flat, and they support your lower back and your pelvis. So let's do 2 more breaths. In through the nose, soft shoulders. Exhale through the mouth, pull the belly flat. So you should feel your stomach literally pull back away from your hands. 1 more. This takes a little bit of practice, so don't worry if you feel like it's all confusing to you. Everyone that starts Pilates is confused at the start. It does get easier, I promise. So we're going to lie onto our back now. And I'm going to grab this cushion and I'm just going to pop it between my knees. So it's kind of like up touching my pubic bone. So it's covering the whole of my inside thighs. I've got my feet on the floor and my heels are going to line up with my sit bones. Now if you don't know where your sit bones are, just lift up your leg for a second, grab your hand and kind of feel your own butt. There's a little pointy bone right in there. You want to line up your heels with that bone. So then pop the cushion back And then you're just going to take yourself lying down all the way onto your back. Hands go back onto the stomach. Let the shoulders fall back into the floor. With your spine and your pelvis, don't force it into any position. I'm not going to go into too much detail today because I want to get you guys moving. But there should be just enough space to fit your hand under your lower back. Just a little bit of a gap and no more. Okay, so let's keep breathing and then we're going to start to move. Breathe in through your nose. And then breathe out, zip up your skinny jeans, pull your belly in flat. So your belly should literally suck in and drop towards the floor or the mat underneath you. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, 1 more inhale. Let those shoulders go because I know they're going to want to be tense a little bit. Pull the stomach flat. Now take your breath in. You're going to breathe out and feel your tummy pull away from your hands, and then I want you to roll your pelvis backwards, lift your bottom off, and then stop at like a bridge position up at the top here. You hold to breathe in, you breathe out. Now you're going to let those shoulders go. Sink your breastbone down, unravel all the way back to your start position until you come back to what we call neutral, that tiny little space between your lower back and the mat. I'll kind of just tuck this in so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. If you zoom in, you'll see there's a little bit of a gap, not a big arch, and I'm not flat either. All right, so we're going to practice that a few times. Breathe in, breathe out, a little squeeze of the cushion, pull the stomach in flat, lift the bottom off, peel the back up like it's a little bicycle chain, 1 link at a time. Now at the top, stop. Be careful here because I see this done wrong a lot. Pushing too high and then all you can feel is your back muscles. I don't want you to lift that high. I want you to drop down so you can feel the tummy still pulling in like a deep scoop. Inhale, you hold, and then roll back down. Squeeze the butt cheeks, pull the tummy in. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Breathe in to stay. Just got my eyes closed because the sun is beautiful, but it's a bit bright. Exhale, pull the tummy in. So then you'll feel the bottom start to engage. As you push the feet into the floor, keep pulling your stomach in. Yeah, I'm moving my body, but on my inner eye is what's going on here. Tummy pulls in flat. The waist should be teeny tiny. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Now let those shoulders go because they're going to want to tense. Come back down. And we're just going to do 1 more of those. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll back. Lift the bottom. Peel the spine like it's stuck to the floor, almost like a banana or that bicycle chain, whatever helps you. Hold the tummy, the waist in at the top. Exhale, let it go here. Roll it down all the way back to the start. Awesome. I'm going to flip my body around just because that sun is beautiful, but it's a little bit annoying. So we're back here again. So from here, we're going to go into a chest lift. Now, a basic, like a sit-up move, if you guys, do gym or whatever. In Pilates, we call it a chest lift. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, pull your tummy flat. I want you to reach your fingers towards your heels. Then I want you to lift your head off the floor, slide your fingers towards your heels, and you're going to pause there for a moment. I want you to look into your stomach. I'll lift this up so you can see me. So I want the belly to pull in flat. The stomach should not be here bulging to the ceiling. How flat can you pull your tummy as you reach those arms forward? Your lower back might be touching the floor here. That's okay. A little pause and then control as you roll back down. Pull the tummy in deeper. Don't just splat everything back down to the floor. So we're going to do that 2 more times. You breathe in, breathe out, slide the fingers, tuck the chin in a little bit, and then just gently lift the head off. Now you can see my position here at the top. My chin's not pulling to my chest and I'm not lifting too high. I've just got the tips of my shoulder blades on the floor and I've got an imaginary peach underneath my chin. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pull the stomach, come back down. Let's do 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen the back of the neck. Tuck the chin. Pull the tummy in first. As you lift your head off, your belly has to go in. So if you need your hand on your stomach to check what it's doing, do that. If it's pushing up, you've lifted your head too high. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down. You can either keep going like this to take it a step up, or you take the hands behind the head. Elbows forward, shoulders pressing away from the ears, breathe in. Same thing, exhale, tuck the chin, pull the stomach in, lift the head. Now don't be tempted to pull on your neck at all. My hands are supporting my head, but I'm not pulling, it's not a crunch. We hold, this is hard work, stay, 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 stay. Pull the stomach in, lower back down, 2 to go. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold here, 2 breaths. Going flatter, going deeper, rest the head, last one. Lengthen the back of the neck. A little squeeze of the cushion should help you to pull the stomach in, pull the lower tummy in. We all want nice flat lower tummy. Hold, 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 hold. Rest the head back down. So here, I'm gonna squeeze my legs together now. So there's no gap. My ankles are touching. I'm gonna squeeze my cushion. My arms are at a low V. I'm gonna keep my shoulders hammered to the floor. The shoulders don't come off, but I'm gonna pull my tummy in. Breathe out to prepare. Then as I'm breathing, I'm just gonna flex my feet, take my knees across to the right. So my lower back is doing a little spiral. Inhale to go over, exhale, come back, use the waist. Don't use the shoulders. Stomach should be flat. Inhale, let's go to the left. And exhale, come back with the waist. Back to the middle. Inhale to take it over. And exhale, feel the stomach pulling flat first. Initiate with those deep abdominals. Pull it back. One more to the left. Inhale over. You might get a nice crack through your lower back here. Oh. And exhale, pull back from the waist. Now stay here. You can either continue with that, or you can lift your arms a little bit higher, and we're gonna lift both legs up here. Keep squeezing your cushion. This position here is called tabletop. Imagining you have got 2 cups of coffee on each shin. Not up here, not down here, ideally. Squeeze the cushion. My knees are above my hips. I'm not there, and I'm not here. Okay, so this position is really precise. We go again. We take the knees over. Watch the belly doesn't push to the ceiling. If it's too hard, put your feet on the floor. Exhale, come back. Left rib, waist muscles. The hips will come last. Then the knees. We go to the left. Inhale over. Keep the shoulders. Don't lose that right shoulder. Exhale, come back. Rib, waist, hip, knee. One more each way. Squeeze your cushion. Make sure your butt's tight too. Don't let your bottom be hanging out. We don't like soggy butts. Rib, waist, hip, knee. Last one. Take it over. And rib, waist, hip, knee. Awesome job. We're going to place the feet back down onto the floor. Reach the 2 arms to the ceiling. We're going to press those shoulders away from the ears. So the shoulders aren't up here. Keep them pushing down. There should be a nice big gap here. Take the stomach, pull it back. We take a breath in. We breathe out. We press the arms as we come up. So now we're looking towards our knees or looking to your belly. Pull it in flat, just like we worked on before. Rest your head back down. The arms come back to the sky. We go press. We go down. We go press. We go down. 3 to go. Press. And back down. If you need your hand to check, put your hand on your belly. Check it's not rising. And last one. Press. We're going to stay. You're going to grab the backs of your thighs. You use your arms to peel the next bone of your spine up off the mat. Now don't let your belly rise. I don't want to see those tummies like shark fins pushing out. You got to pull it in. Use your arms to help you with that. Come up, lift the next bone, lift the next bone, lift the next bone, sitting up nice and tall. We're going into a roll back. Keep the hands on the backs of the thighs for me. You lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. I'm sitting up as tall as I can, right on the point of my butt. I'm not sitting hunchy back here. So up, 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 up. Good. Now we take your breath in. You breathe out. I want you to pull the tummy as far back off your thighs as you possibly can. Use the breath, blow the air out, pull the stomach in. I want you to start moving backwards, back towards the mat again, just a little bit. Then come back up. And we go a little further this time. You breathe out, stomach has to initiate, so feel it first, pull it in. That's your transverse abdominis activation, really important. It's not about movement, it's about connection. Then we roll back. Now as I'm rolling back, the crown of my head's thinking I've got to go up, but my stomach's thinking I've got to go in. So there's two oppositional pulls going on here. Then you bring it back up, 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 up. Don't go too far to start with. Squeeze the cushion, exhale, pull the stomach in, head going up, chin can tuck in a little bit, but I'm thinking about the stretch in the spine, and I'm thinking how flat can I pull my stomach? I don't need to use my hands a whole lot. You can, if you need to get that depth. If you don't need to, just go really light with the fingertips, lift it up. Let's go a couple more. Exhale, stomach, use the breath. And breathe into lift. And one more. Exhale, pull the stomach. I'm just going to shift forward a little bit. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Now stop. Can you take your hands away without your shoulders doing the work? Take the load into the stomach. Stay, just breathe. 3 deep breaths. Make your tummy feel like a big tub of ice cream that I've taken a big deep scoop out through the center. One more. Then we're going to lower slowly all the way to the floor. Slowly. Don't let gravity take over. The next bone's going to touch the mat. The next bone. Really take your time here. The tummy should be working. My abs are shaking. Lower back. Now my lower back's about to touch the mat. Now it's down. Good job. Middle back. Now don't lose it here. You're going to want to rush. Slowly, 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 slowly. Well done. Take the cushion away for a moment. I'm just going to teach you a single leg lift. A really basic exercise, but not so easy to do. So put the hands on the hip bones, those bony landmarks right here. I'll show you here. So right here, those hands go into those 2 bones. Your back has a bit of a gap, keep it. You breathe out, you pull the stomach in, you lift your right leg up. There's that coffee table or tabletop position again, knee above the hip. Inhale, you hold. You put the foot back down. Now my hands are on my hips for a reason. Breathe in, breathe out, pull the tummy in first, not up here. Don't move the lower back. Don't move the hip bones. My hands are there so that I can check I'm not shifting, not 1 millimeter side to side. So you should be really still through the pelvis, really still through the lower back. Breathe out, lift. Breathe into lower. This looks really easy, but it's actually not. Breathe out. Keep alternating for me. And back down. So as you're lifting the leg, you should feel the weight stay in the same place on your lower back, on your pelvis. You shouldn't feel not one tiny shift. Lucky last. Exhale. Lift it up. Exhale. Pull in, pull in, pull in. How far further in can you go? Don't just plop that foot down any old way. Go in flatter. You want that flat stomach? This is what's going to help you get there. Good job. So we're going to reach the arms forwards. Grab the backs of the thighs if you need to. Gently pull yourself up. We're going to sit here. I've got my fingers pointing forwards. My fingers are in line with my bottom. Pop the cushion back between your knees. Breathe out. Pull the stomach in. Lift the hips. Here's another coffee table. Push, 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 push. Watch you're not stopping down here. Get right up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back down. So I'm looking directly forward. Exhale, press. Now pull the tummy in. Look at your belly. Push up, really work the glutes by pushing your hip bones a little higher, but pull your tummy in a little bit flatter. Bring it back down, 2 to go. Breathe out. Lift, push, up, up, up. Going deeper, pull your waist in narrower. You can do it, I know you can. Come back down. This is your last one, looking good. Pull the stomach. Open through those shoulders. This is pretty tricky if you've got tight shoulders. But amazing for shoulder stability. Come back down. Well done. Let's go back down to the floor again with control. Think about your transitions. We never stop connecting and moving deliberately. All the way down to the floor. Let's take that cushion away. Okay. We're going to come back up into the chest lift. So the hands go behind the head. We take a breath in. We breathe out. Don't pull on the head. Just peel the head off. Find your chest lift position and stay. Don't use the shoulders. Push them away from your ears. Now we're going to do the leg slide. So we're going to breathe out. You slide your right leg along the floor. Don't move your pelvis. Pull it back in. We stay up. Breathe out. Pull the stomach in flatter, guys. Slide the left leg. Hopefully you can see my belly actually dropping before I kick off this move. That's what you should see. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pull in flatter, slide the right leg, not easy. Watch the necks. The stomach does the work, not the neck. Breathe, slide. We're going to 6, rest in the middle if you need to. Listen to your body. 3. And 4. My abs are shaking. And 5. In. Don't sit there comfortably. We can sit there all day. Get in deeper. 6. This is the last side. Let that neck go and come down with control. Do not splat. All the way down. Awesome. We're going to reach forward, sit up with control. Use your arms into a spine stretch. Take the feet. You can sit on your cushion if you want to here, by the way. I may as well, seeing as I've got one here. So feet are apart at the edges of your mat. You're going to pull your toes right back. Keep your heels pushing into the floor. Press your hands, actually let's put the hands in the center of our thighs. Press your arms into the floor and show me the longest, tallest spine you possibly can. That's really easy to slouch and sit here, right? Nearly all of us have bad posture these days. But as I sit tall, I'm not up here. I'm not tense. I'm tall, but I'm soft and I'm relaxed through my shoulders. So I'm going to stay here. Should have worn a tighter top today, shouldn't I? So I'm going to think about pulling my stomach right back in. Then I'm going to move my arms forwards, walking them. And I'm going to see how far I can go without losing the scoop through my belly. So this is not, we could just all splat forward here like that, right? This is not about a hamstring stretch. This is about control through your core muscles. The lift through the tummy. And then gently walk the arms back here. Keep pushing through the heels into the mat to lift up a little bit taller. So what I like to imagine here is that there's a little ball. One of the kids' little balls here, right between my inside thighs. And then I've got to pull my stomach back off the ball. And then as I go forward, sorry, my hair's annoying me today, I should have tied it back. As I go forward, I've got to pull my tummy right back off the ball. So keep going forward, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Pull it back, careful, you splat it, and then go in even deeper to lift up tall. So we're just going to practice that 2 more times. I promise I'll try not to play with my hair. Oh, super windy here today. Okay, let's go, 2 to go. Breathe out, pull your stomach. Walk the hands, lift your belly back from the ball. Don't lose it, don't splat, so I'm actually not going that far. If I go any further, I'm going to splat my belly. And then walk it back. Beautiful, guys. Well done. Last one. Breathe out. Pull it in. Go deeper. Make your waist shrink. Come on. How small can you make those skinny jeans? Reach the arms. Pull, 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 pull. And bring it back. Okay, well done. Bring the legs together. I'm going to get rid of my cushion. And then I'm going to lie onto my side. I'm going to do a little bit of a butt series, probably my go-to series for beginners. You're going to line your body up with the back of your mat. So I want your arm by your ear. If that's too uncomfortable, if you've got a shoulder thing going on, grab your cushion. Just rest your head on the cushion and the underneath arm can be forward. But I don't need that, so I'm going to go back here. I've got my knees bent right up here. And then when we do anything on our side in Pilates, we really want to make sure that the underneath waist is lifted off the floor, okay? So don't let the ribs just splat like you're lying there on the beach or watching telly or whatever. You want to lift the underneath ribs up and push the top hip down. So you can see my hips are stacked one on top of the other. Keep your hand on that underneath rib if you need a bit of help. Or you can put it here on the lower tummy and you're going to pull your lower tummy in really flat here. Now we go exhale, open the top knee. Initiate with the stomach first. Inhale, lower. We go 10. Tummy, then leg, 2. Tummy, leg, 3. So getting into the habit of recruiting before you move. 5 and 6 and 7, abs, leg, and 8, underneath shoulder relaxed, and 9, one more, 10. Put the hand on the floor. This one's called dog having a pee, so you're going to lift the whole leg up like you're literally a dog having a pee against a tree. 2 and 3, and 4, and 5. Don't worry, you start to feel the butt in a little bit. 6, and 7. Open the top leg, don't let the hips move. 8, if you're behind a wall, you wouldn't be able to move forward or backwards. 9. So the only thing that's moving in this exercise is my top leg. 10. Now I can start to feel the butt a little bit here. Now stay here. Pull the knee towards your chest. You're going to do a big circle. 1. Don't move the back. 2. If you need to put your hand on your lower back to check it's not moving, do that. 3, 4, 5. 1 more. 6. Let's reverse our circle. Press it back. Lift it up. 1. Pull the stomach in. 2. Don't forget about all this. 3, 4. How big can you make the circle without moving the back? 5. 1 more. 6. Awesome job. Let's stretch both legs out. I've got my feet slightly in front of my body, so if I look down I can just see my toes. And I'm going to keep that top hand on the hip there. Keep the underneath ribs lifted. Don't make the mistake of pulling up too high. It's literally just activating the underneath obliques. Top hand on the hip. You breathe in. You breathe out, and you're going to lift that leg, but you only lift it up as high as this hip doesn't move. So you don't come all the way here and the hips have shifted. You can see that. If I push the hip down, my waist doesn't change. Lower the leg back down. Exhale, stomach first. Put your skinny jeans on. I'll just lift this up so you can see what I'm doing. Lift the leg. 2. We're going to 8, 3, and 4. So your job is not to wobble. And 5, if you had a cup of coffee here, it wouldn't spill. 6, and I'm still feeling a little bit of activation here. 7, but I'm really thinking more about recruiting really well. And last one, 8. Fabulous. Let's swing the legs to the other side. Straight away, bend the knees right up. Check you're straight. Lift the underneath rib. Here we go. Push the top hip down, the knees are right up. Not down here somewhere, right up, and we're off. Pull 1 and 2. Pick up the pace a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to 10, 9, abs leg, 10. Hand on the floor, dog having a pee. 1, 2. Now don't get carried away with this little bit of a picked up pace, that you're not getting wild through the pelvis. 5, think. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more. 10. Let's do the circles. Hold the thigh up. Bring it towards you. Lift it to the ceiling. And 1. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. 4. Breathing out. Pulling the stomach. 5. 1 more. 6. Reverse the circle. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. 1 more. 6. Good job. 2 straight legs, slightly in front. Top hand on the hip bone. Breathe out, lengthen, lift the leg. 1. Go in narrower, lower it back down. Suck it in. 2 and 3. You should still feel a bit of heat here. And 4 and 5 and 6. Feel that belly pull in. Put your hand there if you need to. 2 to go. 7. 1 more. 8. Amazing. We're going to roll straight onto the tummy. We're going to use the mat for feedback through your abdominal muscles here, okay? So this one looks easy, but it's actually really not. You're going to let your legs go. I want the legs together. I want you to push your pubic bone into the mat. Now, if this is not good for your back, take your legs a little bit apart. In fact, I'm going to grab my cushion. I'm going to squeeze the cushion. Well, it's a little bit big, but we'll make it do, right? At the tops of my inside thighs here. So I can still have them either together or apart, but I'm going to squeeze the cushion. I'm going to push my pubic bone into the mat, but then I want the upper body to be really soft and melted like this. So nice and heavy. So I'm just going to bring my head up so you can hear what I'm saying, but I want you to keep your forehead down on the mat. So You're going to breathe out. I want you to suck the stomach up, right up off the floor. Squeeze your cushion and push your pubic bone into the floor and count to 5. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the cushion. 4, 5. Relax. Let the legs go floppy. You're going to do that a few times. Take your breath in. Start with the stomach. Lift it up off the floor. Pubic bone in contact with your mat. Squeeze your cushion. Count to 5. 1. Squeeze. 2, 3, breathe through. 4, lift the tummy, lift the tummy, lift the tummy, back down, little rest. Woo, last one, breathe in. Stomach first, then cushion. You'll feel your butt cheeks squeeze together. Don't let your pubic bone come off, but lift the belly, lift the lower tummy right up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now relax. We're going to reach the arms down by the side. Let your head turn to the side. Let your shoulders roll forward here. We're going to go into a basic back extension. So we're going to do the same thing with the tummy. Lift the stomach. Squeeze the cushion. Hold your legs and your stomach like this all the way throughout, okay? So then from there, we're going to pinch the shoulder blades together on your back. So the chest goes nice and wide. Lift the arms up, and I want your thumbs to feel like they're going to touch each other over the top of your butt cheeks. As you do that, leave the belly off the floor. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. We're not going high, we're going long. Work those shoulders, pinch them together. Go on, pinch, 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 pinch. Come down, have a little break, let the legs go floppy. Let the belly go floppy. So we start with the stomach, then we do the legs. Keep the pubic bone down, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the arms, reach the crown of the head forward. Now this is really easy to cheat. Who's up here? No, I want you down long and low. I want the crown of the head going that way. I want the feet going that way. Hold. I want you to check that your stomach's lifted off the floor. Lift it up. Don't push it into the floor. Lift it up. And back down. We do that 4 more times. Stomach, legs, cushion, arms, head forward, feet back. Breathe. Work the inside thighs. Pick up the belly. Lift the breastbone a little bit if you can, but not too high. And back down. 3 to go. Breathe out. All in one, a little quicker now. And 2 more. Squeeze stomach, lengthen. And back down. This is your last one. We're so close. Squeeze, make it be the best one yet. Pick up the stomach, come on. Get that lower tummy off the floor. Don't push it into the floor. Lift the back, don't pull the tummy, push the belly into the mat. Stomach, 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 upper back. Well done. Sit back and just stretch out through your lower back. Into your rest position just for a moment. We're nearly done, promise. Just breathe. Just a little bit of a challenge to finish. We're going to go hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Here's the crown of the head still going forward. Here's the tailbone going back. Pull the stomach up. So this time I'm going to get you to imagine there's a cup of coffee right on your lower back. I feel like let's just take this off, right? Just so you can see what's going on. Stomach's lifted. Don't let it push out to the floor. Okay, so I'm going to slide my right leg back, tuck my toe under here. I haven't moved, I haven't leaned to the side. I'm going to keep my cup of coffee balanced. Bring my left leg up, stay. Bring your right knee back in, left knee back in. Now this requires a lot of shoulder stability. I don't want to feel like you're drifting at all. Not a millimeter. Left leg out. Pull the stomach up, right leg, squeeze the legs. One leg down, other leg down. To do this well, it's actually really hard. You could do it any old way, right? You could do it like this all day. But I want you to feel the deep connection. That's what Pilates is all about. And this will get a lot harder, believe me. Walking in. One more each side. Press. Pull it in. Last one. With a little bit of a hold. Lift the stomach. Squeeze the bottom. Now watch out. I'm not sagging down here, right? I'm not up here either. I'm in a straight diagonal line. I'm squeezing my inside thighs together and I'm breathing. Open the chest. I'm not here, punchy. I'm long through the chest. 2 more breaths. Pull the stomach. Do not sag through your lower back. Rest back down. That was fabulous. Well done. Come up nice and slowly. So I've probably gone a little bit longer than I intended, so I'm going to let you guys do your own stretches. Any questions, please send me a message or drop in the comments box, and let me know once you've completed the workout, and I'll see you next week for the next session. Thanks so much. Bye.